wouldn't it just be great if you could reach the place where you were so in love with yourself that it didn't matter what anybody else felt in the moment?
Yeah, my question is, you say, don't go anywhere else. First, change your vibration.
Yeah, well.
You take yourself with you, right?
Yeah. Line up and then do it.
Sorry?
Line up and then do it. Get on a
Exactly.
high flying disc and then get in the vortex and then go downstream and then. Alignment trumps everything. Smooths everything.
Yeah. So I've been trying to do that for 3 years now. Been listening to you for 3 years. Trying to align first.
Trying and succeeding.
I know you say don't try. No, not succeeding, because I'm trying.
There's nothing wrong with trying. It means focusing. It means intending. It means wanting. It's all right.
I know, but it doesn't feel good to leave. It doesn't feel good to stay either. And it's 3 years is quite a long time. How do I know? You say don't go, change your vibration first. It doesn't seem like I'm able to change the vibration.
Do you believe that your vibration is shifted at all in this time?
Oh, there's not a day going by that I don't benefit from stuff I learned from you.
And what is the process that you believe you have benefited most by in the raising of vibration?
Just everyday things. I'm a lot calmer. I don't get annoyed about stuff. I don't care so much what other people think. So every day is better, but yet I'm still in the same situation.
But you see, and we are so appreciating your explanation, because your explanation is the hindrance. So what we're saying to you is change your awareness, and you got to want to say, yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about, but how do I do that? But it's the awareness of what is that slows down the what will be. So that's why, as our friend said earlier, we're offering all kinds of different things. Is there something that you have in mind that you want to move toward, that you do not feel as if you are moving toward it fast enough?
Well, no, it's just being happy, everyday happy. I'm in a relationship and it's not going great for quite a few years, even started already before we knew about you. And then knowing about you, again, like, if it wasn't for you, we would have split up already. And because we want to change our vibration first. But, you know, it's been going on for 3 years.
All right, so now let's talk about the path of least resistance. So, are you saying that there are conditions within this relationship that make it difficult for you to be happy?
Yeah, definitely.
And are they conditions that are so pressing that you can't even think around them?
It's just a habit.
So what kind of things, if you want to, what kinds of things are you tripping over in the relationship? What makes you feel unhappy?
It's just automatic responses we have at each other, getting annoyed for silly little things.
Responding to one another.
Yeah.
Making mountains out of molehills.
Yeah. Exactly.
Making things bigger than they need to be.
Nothing.
And knowing that you're doing it.
Yeah.
Would you say that you are on the receiving end of that more often or on the giving end of that more often?
Both.
It's mutual.
More receiving maybe, but it's not. We both do it.
So, do you believe that it's possible to be on the receiving end of something unwanted and not have the reaction of it? Because you see, it's the reaction of it, what is always the case, but what we really want you to hear here is that, and we're going to put words in your mouth, but this is the way we would describe what you just described to us. I have, because of this relationship, primarily because of this relationship, I have identified more clearly who I am, what I want, and how I want to feel. So I have done major vortex work, lots of step one asking. And my logic tells me, because I've been listening to the material, and I believe for the most part through experience that what Abraham says about the law of attraction and so forth is accurate. I believe that my source energy counterpart, my inner being, the larger part of me, has made that jump because of this contrast that I have lived. I do not believe that I am the same person that I was then. I have had major energetic movement. But I have not been able to take my eyes off of the conditions to allow myself to go there. So the very expansion that I would like to feel good about is the primary reason that I don't feel good. And I feel that there's just one piece that needs to fit into place for me to understand this. The reason that I don't leave this relationship, we're still speaking for you, is because I don't want to bail out of something in which I've invested so much. And I don't want to miss out on the potential that I can feel is there and that I often do feel is there. But I am really weary of the constant knee-jerk reaction that I feel to conditions over which I have no control. So our former experience in the relationship was to try to get each other to be more like each of us needed the other one to be in order for us to have a smoother ride. But we've given that up, Abraham, and now it's worse, not better, because neither one of us are taking the action to try to not be the condition that hinders. It's sort of like we're just saying, I am who I am, deal with it, and neither one of us are dealing with it very well. Sound familiar? So now I'm at the place where I am beginning to understand that I'm in this relationship with primarily me, and that the other person, we love you so much, is more irrelevant than I have ever allowed myself to believe. And that she is a reflection, she is a symbol, more than a symbol, she is there all the time, she is a condition that I have to figure out how to overcome in order to have happiness. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing what almost all other unhappy humans are doing, running around trying to get people to behave differently so that I can feel better. So what I'm looking for is a way to feel better with things as they are. So there is one way of doing it, which is make lists of positive aspects, but oh boy, is it ever annoying to make positive aspects of someone who is really yanking on your chain. Until it feels like the answer is just getting away, but you said it because we said it, but you said it because we said it, but you said it because you know that we said it and it's right. I'll be taking myself with me. I'll be taking myself with me, and what is it that I'm taking myself with me? I'm taking the propensity to respond to the condition with me. Because, I've trained myself into that. Everyone has trained myself into that. Now I'm trying to find a new habit, a new propensity, a new mindset, a new perspective, a new way of looking at it, a new freedom in the world. Relationships are so interesting, aren't they? They are so great, and they are so awful. In that they provide you companionship, but they also provide a little bondage. They provide you opportunities, but they also seem to deprive you of some opportunities. Can a true freedom-seeking being ever really be happy in a relationship? Yes, unless it's a relationship where you're being chained by the expectations of the other. Nothing feels worse than the bondage of someone else saying to you, or meaning, whether they say it out loud or not, my happiness depends upon your behavior and you've got work to do. Because you can't get the vibe of that. Your intuition doesn't work with that. You can't figure that out. You can't get intuitive enough, nor would we want you to. This is not a training session on teaching you to be psychic so that you can then do a better job of meeting every need of the person that you live with. In fact, that's the opposite of what we're teaching you. Meeting every need of the person that you live with is a path to eventual bondage. Because you get out of whack. You're using them and their response to you as your guidance system, instead of you and your emotional response to you as your guidance system. So, We're not encouraging you to walk out the door to leave the relationship, but we're encouraging you to put that relationship in a much clearer perspective. We're encouraging you to put the relationship between you and you into top priority. Give it the top 99 slots. And in the bottom slot, that's the relationship that you have with this other person. And don't tell her that she ranks 100 out of 100. Because you're accepting that this is inner work that you're wanting to do. You're wanting to see the beauty not just in her, but in you. It's hard to find consistent appreciation for yourself in a critical gaze. It's not impossible, but it's harder.
Yeah.
So you got to find some way of appreciating the critical gaze. Benefit of the doubt. Don't know how that got started. Got started long before the two of you came together. Has little to do with you. It just doesn't feel like that when it's happening. Getting better all the time. But wouldn't it just be great if you could reach the place where you were so in love with yourself that it didn't matter what anybody else felt in the moment? It's the up and down of it that makes you nuts. Sometimes you are the most beautiful thing in her gaze, and sometimes not so much. Wouldn't it be nice if her opinion didn't matter to you because you're so well connected? That's true freedom, and that's the basis of the best relationships, you see. I love you a lot, and I want you to be happy, but I'm not going to stand on my head to do it because you're too fickle for me. You want to live unconditional love. You want to be such a lover and such a perceiver of who you are that you're able to extract from this other person or from this group of people, from whoever is around you. You're wanting to extract from them that which satisfies you. But you are the extractor of it. You are the exuder of it. You are the perceiver of it. You are the creator of it. It's you. So what you want to say is, I'm not getting good stuff out of you. But it's me that's not getting good stuff out of you. It's not you that needs to change. It's my perspective that needs to change. And this glorious person is sticking with you till you get that, you see. Don't you love that? Because if you move on to another new person, you'll be dissuaded for a while. You'll find other things, other conditional things that will satisfy you for a while, and you'll miss what this relationship is about. What's this relationship about? It's how I got to know me. This relationship caused me to fall in love with myself because she wouldn't. Well, she did, and she does, and she is, and she isn't. But she's not stable in that. Isn't that a lovely thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that a lovely thing? How long have you been together? Eternally. How long do you plan to be together? Eternally. What do you see in each other? Myself.
Thank you.